Hi there, Kate. It's nice to meet you. Is now a good time to talk, dear? I'm your husband's ex-wife. My name's Tilly, and there's something very important you and I need to discuss. Huh? I don't know what you mean. My husband's ex-wife? How did you get this number? Well, don't mind that, dear. How I got your number is insignificant. Yes, you heard me right. I'm your husband's ex-wife. Would you mind explaining what this is all about? Or, wait, actually, what the hell? How about you don't message me out of the blue with weird made-up stories? My husband was never married before me because I'm his first wife. Made up? I'm not making anything up. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, my dear. Wait a second. Did he keep it a secret from you the whole time? Keep what a secret from me? Ah, so it's like that, is it? I see. Aha, I understand. So he's using you as a stopgap until me and him get remarried. Oh, you poor thing. A stopgap? I guess he's using you to try and cover up the pain of him having to break up with me. And who can blame him, really? It must have taken quite the toll on him emotionally. Oh, you poor girl, you went into this totally blind, didn't you? You married him without knowing anything about his past or his plans for the future. Oh, how careless. I hate to have to break this to you, but you do realize you'll be getting a divorce before long, don't you? I feel sorry for you. I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about. It's fine, dear. I understand this must be a lot to take in, and I totally understand the urge to bury your head in the sand and deny reality. But it's time to wake up and smell the coffee. This is happening whether you like it or not. The sooner you accept it, the better. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid, right? You either rip it off quickly and get it over with, or drag it out and prolong the pain. Which will it be, sweetie pie? Are you sure this isn't a case of mistaken identity? Because I really don't understand what you're saying. Anyway, how did you even get my number? Ugh, you really are quite the stubborn one, aren't you, sweetie pie? I was hoping I wouldn't have to say this, but you leave me no choice. Are you sitting down? You might want to be. Let me spell it out for you. Me and your husband made a promise to get remarried again in 5 years' time. Huh? In 5 years' time? You see, the truth is, he never wanted to break up with me in the first place. My beautiful face, my gorgeous figure, my award-winning personality, I truly am a prize among prizes. There's no man in this world who wouldn't be proud to have a doll like me on his arm. Who in their right mind would break up with someone like me by choice? But you know what meddling interferers some people can be, right? Everyone was so insistent we get a divorce, we felt we had no choice but to create some distance until they all forgot about us and moved on. Basically, my ex-husband's wedding to you was a sham. Now, dear, this part's very important, so allow me to make it as clear as I possibly can. You, my dear, were nothing but a 5-year stopgap to keep my ex-husband, who loves me more than anything in the world, from getting lonely and to keep his mating equipment in good working order. This next part's important too, so listen up. I am pregnant with your husband's kid, so he's done with you now. Get a divorce. I see. So let me get this straight. You're pregnant with my husband's baby? That's right. We only met to discuss the next stage of our 5-year plan and iron out the details of our remarriage. But a flame that roars as deeply and intensely as our passion for one another never goes out. And before you know it, one drink leads to two, the bar leads to the bed, one thing leads to another, and, well, you know the rest. And goodness me, he has still got the moves. Thanks for keeping his equipment in good working order for me, sweetie pie. So yes, dear, that's how I got pregnant with your husband's baby. And when was this exactly? About 4 months ago. 4 months? I take it you understand your situation now. I suggest you hurry up and perform a disappearing act so that me and my love muffin can finally be together again, sweetie. And sooner, not later. I feel like I should get this out of the way first so your delusions don't get any more out of hand. But I am my husband's first wife. What the fuck? Yes, that's right, which means his wedding to me was his first. Yeah, whatever. I understand the revelation that you were nothing but a stopgap all along must be quite a bitter pill to swallow, but you really can't keep denying reality forever, my dear. Besides, I want us to get married again before the baby is born. Hurry up and divorce him. I need to confirm what you're saying with my husband. I can't just take the word of some random stranger who messaged me out of the blue at face value, especially not about something this important. Sure, I understand that. It's fine, dear. Go and run off to carry out your little checks. But whether you confirm it or not, the answer will remain the same. Paul, are you there? Are you free for a phone call now, or to message? I need to speak to you urgently about something.
Hey, Kate. I'm on the train right now and there's some kids asleep next to me, so you should probably message. What's up?
Sorry if what I'm about to ask shocks you.
Huh?
Are you a divorcee?
Excuse me?
Right? I'm sure you don't have a clue what I'm talking about. But I just got a bunch of messages from someone named Tilly.
Tilly?
She's claiming to be my husband's ex-wife.
What the heck?
She said you met up 4 months ago after being divorced for a while, did the deed, and got her pregnant. Now she's demanding we get a divorce.
Whoa. No way. I don't know a Tilly. I've never met a Tilly, and I sure as heck didn't get Tilly pregnant. This is my first time ever marrying anyone, babe.
I know. It's not that I don't believe you. I do. But when she sent me all these messages, I had to check whether you had any idea who she might be or what the hell she's talking about. Doesn't the name ring any bells at all? Or is there anyone you can think of who might lie about this? Besides, 4 months ago, you were...
Huh? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
So it's fair to say you have absolutely no idea who she is then.
Yeah, exactly, babe. I have literally no idea whatsoever.
Got it.
What are you gonna do next?
Isn't that the question? I'm not sure. What do you think I should do? If neither of us know who she is, I guess there really isn't much we can do.
But if neither of us have a clue who she is, how did you get her number? That's a little concerning.
No kidding. I mean, she's probably just confused and making the mother of all misunderstandings, right? That's the only logical explanation I can think of. Let me ask around my friends and family. Maybe someone knows who she is. Who knows, maybe something happened in my hometown during the 6 months since we moved to the city for your work transfer.
Good idea. Yeah, maybe that could be it. But Kate, I don't think you should reply to her messages while we're still figuring out what's going on. It's all happening at a kind of inconvenient time, huh? How about we put our heads together and have a proper think about how to deal with this once we're both back home from our business trips? Just ignore her for now, all right?
All right, honey. Got it. Paul, are you on the train home yet?
Yeah, I'll be getting off soon.
All right, I'll try to make this quick then. I found out who Tilly is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my aunt told me. Seriously, you're never gonna believe this.
What? Who is she?
Well, to put it simply, it's just like I predicted. Someone made the mother of all misunderstandings. What we're dealing with here, Paul, is a case of mistaken identity.
What the...
And this is going to take me a while to explain, so I'll tell you everything after we both get home. I only just got on the train myself. The message from my aunt came just after I sat down. I think it'll be quicker if you just read her message.
All right. Got it. I have another changeover after this one, but the train seemed to be running on time today, so I should be home in about an hour.
All right, take care, honey. See you soon. Kate, my dear, would you hurry up and divorce my husband like we discussed already? I haven't heard from you at all since you said you were going to confirm it with him. You're making the biggest mistake of your life if you think you can pull the wool over my eyes. If this is a technique to get rid of me, it's not going to work. You might not have realized, but I know where you live, and believe me, I'm ready to break and enter as soon as I feel I have to. Hey, Tilly, good timing. I was just about to message you. Is that so? Well, how did it go? You must have been heartbroken when he told you he wanted to get back with me, right? Nope, because that didn't happen. Like I told you before, I'm Paul's first wife. He has no idea who you are. Huh? Paul? Not only that, but Paul was in hospital with a broken back 4 months ago. He wasn't even capable of getting out of his hospital bed unassisted, let alone getting anybody pregnant like you claim. This is undoubtedly a case of mistaken identity. Wait a sec, who on earth is Paul? My husband. What? What in heaven's name are you talking about, my dear? Stop trying to trick me. His name is Ryan. No, his name is definitely Paul. His name is Ryan! Tilly, you still don't understand, do you? Understand what? That this is an absurd case of mistaken identity. What? I know who Ryan is, but he is most definitely not my husband. What are you talking about? I know one of your relatives introduced you and arranged for you to go on some dates on the assumption you'd get married. You dated for a few months and then got married, didn't you? I know everything, Kate, so just stop lying already. You're right, my aunt did introduce us, and we did go on a date and chat for a while over messages, but I never made any decision to go ahead with a wedding. It became clear soon enough that our values towards marriage were too different for us to be together. So I ended up turning him down, and with that, we went our separate ways. What? How can this be? If what you're saying is true, then why is Ryan married now? My aunt introduced him to someone else immediately after things didn't pan out between us, and they got married. Really? As for how you got a hold of my number, you must have gotten it somehow when you met Ryan 4 months back at that bar in town, right? Oh, well, yes. He left his phone unlocked when he went to the toilet, so I figured he wouldn't mind me taking a little look through his contacts. By the way, apparently he asked his wife to come along in secret to watch over things between you. She was sitting 2 tables away the whole time, and she saw everything. What? Based on the fact she saw you looking through his phone, they figured there was a strong chance you'd probably attempt to contact Ryan somehow. So they were prepared to face whatever you threw at them as a couple. But your whole plan ground to a halt because you were convinced it was me he got married to. You took my number instead of his wife's by mistake after he forgot to delete it. And then fully convinced you'd finally tracked down the woman who stole the man you were obsessed with, you messaged me, a complete stranger married to another man with your veiled threats and weird demands about divorces. Oh my God, what the? That's not all. When you and Ryan met at the bar, he was drinking non-alcoholic beer the whole time. Did you notice? Non-alcoholic? What the? Which means you were obviously lying about your pregnancy, which supposedly came after one thing led to another after one too many drinks. He clearly remembers you both going your separate ways after you left the bar because he was fully sober. Ugh, you know about that too? Besides, that whole thing about your 5-year promise to get remarried one day was a huge load of bullcrap too, wasn't it? It was nothing but a tragic story you told yourself to hide from the fact he didn't want to be with you. Ryan also knows you got caught cheating with yet another woman's husband recently and are up to your ears in debt repayments after being charged yet another huge bill for compensation. He knows everything. This can't be happening. No way. No, 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 no! So, yeah, that got a little long, but the bottom line here is you messaging me was completely and utterly meaningless. Give me his wife's real number now! Ryan blocked me and I can't message him directly anymore. I don't know his wife, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you jack. None of this is my problem. Well, find out who she is and give me her number. And why exactly would I go and do something like that? Besides, even if I did, would it change anything? If you don't help me out on this one, I'll steal your husband. Is that what you want, woman? Do not test me. If you think you're capable of that, go right ahead. Oh, no, you didn't. You just made the biggest mistake of your life, dear. No man on earth is able to resist my stunning good looks and curvaceous body. You just opened Pandora's box, bitch. Actually, my Paul hates sex-obsessed control freaks, so I don't think I have anything to worry about. What did you just call me? The mere thought alone of a cheap 2-bit whore like you going anywhere near him makes him feel an overwhelming sense of physical revulsion. He sat next to me right now and said you make him want to throw up. No, you're lying. Go on, Tilly, tell me. Why did Ryan divorce you in the first place? How did it go again? Did it begin with C and end in heating? Oh yeah, that's right. You had an affair. Any merits you might have had in the looks and sexual technique departments are canceled out by your vile personality and complete lack of common sense, you insane, deluded woman. How dare you? Nobody speaks to me like that. I swear I'll make you pay for this if it's the last thing I do. You just wait. Gah! Anyway, we're done here. See ya. Apparently, a woman broke into a certain someone's house seeking revenge a few days after our little message exchange. Rumor has it she broke in by climbing a tree and breaking an upstairs window before smashing anything she could get her hands on, while frothing at the mouth in an uncontrollable rage like a frenzied chimp with late-stage rabies. However, the new resident of that certain someone's house was an unfortunate man who moved in half a month ago, and had no idea whatsoever who the strange woman flailing around in his bedroom was. When she realized she got the wrong person, again, she burst into tears, collapsed into a crumpled heap on the floor, and began rocking back and forth in the fetal position at the feet of the poor confused man whose bedroom she just smashed up. Apparently, faint whimpers of, "I thought Ryan was gonna pay off my debts," could be heard intermittently between pathetic sobs as tears streamed down her face like Niagara Falls. I'm sure you guessed already, but that woman's name was Tilly. It turns out Ryan, who she was stalker levels of obsessed with, became the CEO of a major bank since they divorced, which probably has something to do with why she was so committed to the idea of marrying him. A few days after her unhinged rampage, Tilly received a bill for $5,000 in damages from the lawyer of the poor man whose bedroom she smashed up. Having already been disowned by her family for a never-ending slew of affairs, Tilly, now a broken, defeated mess up to her ears in debt and compensation repayments, had not a soul in the world to rely on. Last I heard, she now spends her days and nights in a state of absolute physical and mental exhaustion, working 4 jobs to keep up with the repayments. Her sanity gradually waning, and any semblance of happiness she may have once had now nothing but a distant memory.
Hey, Mom. Is it alright if I stop by after work?
Yes, that's fine. Did something happen?
To be honest, I'm a little low on cash this month. Would I be able to borrow a bit of money?
Oh, seriously? You're a grown man. Do you really need to be asking your mother for money?
Come on, no matter how old you get, you're never too old to ask your mom for help, right?
You're making money on your own, aren't you? I'm the one who needs the money. I'm living on my pension after all.
You've always had more money than me, even now. pension pays pretty well, and there's the inheritance from Dad, too. You've been putting that away, haven't you?
Don't be demanding money from your elderly mother.
Come on, please! I want to buy an air filter for my house, but it's a little expensive.
What do you need an air filter for?
My allergies started getting really bad this year. Air filters are supposed to help with that, so I wanted to get one. But the proper ones are kind of expensive. Please! The allergies don't let me sleep properly.
Oh, I guess it can't be helped. But I'm only paying for half, not the whole thing. Paying the full price would spoil you a little too much.
What? Only half? Well, it's better than nothing. Thanks.
Really, Johnny. You're always being spoiled by me, especially in regards to money. I guess it's better than before when money used to just disappear from my wallet.
That was so long ago. That was back when I was still a student, right?
You also used to use my credit card without asking. Both your father and I really had our hands full.
That was just the silliness of youth. I don't do things like that anymore. I'm not a thief.
I know, you've finally grown up.
Of course. I'm already 30 years old. And I'm married too.
That's true. But I can't believe you really got married, even now. I really didn't think you'd be able to settle down.
What? You just thought I'd go around aimlessly my whole life? Give me a break, Mom. What kind of son do you think I am?
Remind me who it was that skipped school, went out all the time, and was unable to graduate from college? And then, after breaking off all contact, who was it that came back ridden with debt? It's because I know you well that I say things like that.
I guess those things did happen too. I really did some stupid things in my youth. There's no way I can live my life in that way anymore.
You're lucky there was a woman with such a big heart who was willing to marry you. I'm so thankful to her for marrying an idiot like you.
An idiot? Is that really something a mother should tell her son? But you're right, my wife really is a saint. There really isn't anyone with a bigger heart than her.
Make sure you don't take advantage of her kindness. If you get too cocky, even a woman like that will reach her limit.
Don't worry, I'm telling you that I'm sincere and faithful to her. I've always treated my precious girlfriends well too.
Despite your carelessness, you've always been popular with the girls. I wonder why.
Well, they always tell me it's my cute looks that make me popular. I'm all my older relatives' favorite as well, aren't I?
Women are probably just amused by how unreliable you are. I wouldn't want to be with a man like you.
What a horrible thing to say! Even though I get my looks from you.
Well, you've always been very good at flattery, I'll give you that. I wonder if that's why. Oh, I probably spoiled you too much as a child.
Hold on a sec. You're talking as though you didn't raise me right.
I'm just joking. I think you've really grown up and become an upstanding man compared to what you were before. You've been able to hold down your job for a long time, too.
Yeah, it's been 5 years now. Well, don't worry. I don't plan on quitting anytime soon.
I bet even your late father is relieved.
Right? Sure, I still run out of money sometimes. But it's not to the point that living gets difficult. I've really learned to control my spending since becoming an adult.
I'm glad to hear that.
Hey, Mom, do you have some time to talk? My wife is acting really horribly. I can't stand it anymore. I'm basically on the verge of tears.
What? What's happening between the two of you?
She's turned into some kind of monster. Let me vent a little.
You're talking about Stacy, aren't you?
Who else would it be? I only have one wife.
But you were singing her praises not long ago. You said that there couldn't possibly be better wife than her. You even called her a saint.
I couldn't see things clearly at the time. She was pulling the wool over my eyes. But she's finally revealed her true self recently. She's a really deceitful woman.
What are you talking about? Just tell me what happened.
She's supposed to be a housewife, but she doesn't do anything at all. All she does is lounge around at home and doesn't do anything even when I get home. I've been eating TV dinners this whole time. It's not like I'm picky with food or anything. A simple meal for dinner would be totally fine.
She doesn't do anything?
Nothing at all. She doesn't cook, she doesn't clean, she doesn't even take out the trash. Despite not doing any housework, she keeps spending all the money. She's even started cheating on me.
Cheating? Are you sure?
There's no doubt about it. I saw her going to a hotel with some random guy.
Saw her? You mean you saw her yourself?
She was acting all strange, right? So I pretended to go to work and followed her to see what she did. That's when I saw her go into that hotel.
I can't believe it. Then it must be true. Plus, she doesn't work at all, does she? That's horrible.
That's what I'm trying to say. Messing around with some guy using the money that I work for. I can't forgive her for this.
I would never have thought she was that kind of woman. Let me talk to her.
No, don't say anything.
Why?
Because I haven't said anything to her yet. If a third party got involved out of nowhere, it caused problems. I'm so scared what she might do out of revenge.
Revenge? What are you talking about?
That's something else I found out recently. She loses all control when she gets angry. That's why I don't want to do anything rash and surprise her.
Really? I guess you never really can tell what a person is like.
So, if possible, I'd like you to help me out in another way. At the moment, I haven't been really able to work. I've been so shocked by how much our relationship has changed in the last few months. My health has really been affected by the stress, and I'm not able to do as much as before. I went to the doctor, and he said it was from stress too.
Could it be depression? Make sure you go see a psychologist.
I did go once, but I didn't really get along with the doctor, so it didn't continue.
Don't push yourself so hard. Something similar also happened to my friend's child recently. He developed some emotional disorder and quit his job. It's almost impossible to fully recover from mental disorders, so make sure you take this seriously.
Yeah, I can't really move around so well right now, so I took leave from work.
But it's your wife that's the source of stress, right? Even if you take a break from your work, that won't bring an end to the problem.
But taking a break from work has eased my mind a little. Now I think I'll be able to face my wife. But the stress from my economic situation is pretty bad. Sorry, but would it be possible to help me out with some money?
I got it. In this situation, it can't be helped.
Thank you!
But I really can't believe it. She had such a horrible personality this whole time. How didn't you realize this sooner?
She just changed completely out of nowhere. Took me by surprise too.
Even though you've been married for over a year now, I guess you never know when people will show their true colors.
It could be that she got bored of me after a year.
Got bored? Oh, how heartless! You really made a mistake choosing to marry her. Stacy, I've got something I want to talk to you about.
Of course, it's been a while. What's going on?
I heard from my son. He told me not to get involved, but I feel so bad for him, I can't help but say something. Don't you think your actions are all going too far?
Sorry, but I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Oh, don't play dumb. Spending all of his money, even going so far as cheating. Not only that, because of you, now he's ill. Of course, I won't forgive you for that.
Me? Spending all the money? Cheating? He's the one who cheated. What are you saying?
What?
I don't know what you heard from him, but the one spending all of the money and cheating is him.
No way. It can't be.
And he's been unemployed for the last 6 months too. I'm the one who's working to get us by.
6 months ago? Wait a minute, what's going on?
I'm also completely lost.
He's really unemployed? He's not just taking temporary leave.
If you don't believe me, you can call his old company and ask them yourself. That's the fastest way to get the truth.
Is it true that he cheated on you?
Yes, I have proof. He told me himself and asked for forgiveness. It was the first time he did it, so I decided to forgive him. But decided not to give him any money for a year as a punishment.
So that's why he came to me asking for money.
He asked you for money?
He said that he was so stressed from the shock of finding out that you cheated on him that he couldn't work anymore. Then he asked me to help with some money.
What the hell? How could he lie like that? Not only that, but he's making me out as the bad guy and himself as the victim? Even though I was the one that decided to overlook him cheating on me.
So he's the one lying to me.
You believe me?
What you're saying makes far more sense. You've also got proof. I'm so sorry, Stacy. I just started blaming you out of nowhere.
Don't worry about it. It can't be helped since he lied to you. If you found out that your son's wife had cheated on him, of course you'd be angry.
How can I make it up to you? I'm so sorry for my idiot son.
You're a victim here too, aren't you? There's no need to apologize. But we really can't just let him get away with this.
Of course not.
I shouldn't have forgiven him for cheating. I feel so utterly empty right now.
Of course. Stacy, there is no more need to forgive him. You should get back at him as you see fit. I'll also do what I can to help. Where on earth are you at this time?
I've been looking for a job. I went to a recruitment agency.
Don't lie. There's no doubt that you were out somewhere partying or drinking.
I don't have money for that. You know that. I don't have any spending money at all.
You've got the money that I gave you, right?
Me? I got no money from you. What are you talking about?
I gave you some after our discussion yesterday. You said that Stacy was cheating?
Huh? Is that you, Mom? Why are you using Stacy's phone?
Because we're together at the moment.
No way. You contacted her? I told you not to stick your nose into it. That's a problem that's between me and my wife.
You just said that so your lies wouldn't be exposed. I've heard the whole truth from Stacy. You're the one that was doing the cheating.
Me and Stacy have already discussed and worked through that. So it's got nothing to do with you. Don't bring it up.
You made her out to be a bad person just to get money from me. That definitely has something to do with me. I have a responsibility as your mother, after all.
I just had no money all of a sudden. And though I initially agreed that Stacy not giving me money was fine as a punishment, in the end it was too difficult. There's a limit to things, right? If I just asked you normally, you wouldn't have given me any.
That's right. Especially if I'd known the reason why you had no money in the first place.
Exactly. So I had no choice but to lie.
Didn't you even think how Stacy would feel when you said all those things about her? She even forgave you out of the kindness of her heart. How could you betray her in such a way, the poor thing?
I plan on talking through any misunderstandings with her afterwards. I didn't think she'd find out in such a way. But anyway, that's it, right? You've involved yourself enough, haven't you? From here, I'll talk with my wife.
It's too late. She wants nothing more to do with you. She wants a divorce.
What? Seriously? She really said that?
Yes. Also, you need to leave the house. You have a few weeks to pack your bags and leave.
What? So suddenly?
She's the one who signed the lease after all. You were completely in her debt. And even so, you did so many heartless things to her.
But how can she kick me out so suddenly? Isn't that kind of messed up? I don't have any money! I'll be homeless! What did she say?
She says, you can't live or do anything without me, can you? You've been spoiled by people around you your entire life. But I'm not going to take care of you anymore. Now it's time you paid back everything you took from those around you.
What? What should I do? Help!
Oh, do you really think that I'll help you in this situation? I don't think of you as my son at all anymore.
What's that? You're trying to disown me?
Exactly. Don't show your face around me ever again.
Mom, wait! I'm sorry! I'm so sorry I disappointed you! I promise I'll change!
Up until now, I've forgiven you for all the problems you caused. But this time, I can't forgive you. I'm sure your late father also couldn't forgive you for this. So, go wherever you want and live the rest of your life as you like. After that, Stacy was true to her word. She immediately divorced my son and kicked him out of the house. My son had no idea what to do and tried to run back home to me. But I had already changed the locks and he was unable to enter the house. He tried to call me from outside time and time again, but I ignored him, and in the end, he gave up and left. He honestly deserves even worse than what he got. I called all of our relatives and told them to not help him if he ever came and asked them. Afterwards, I heard a rumor from my son's old classmate. Apparently, he is now a live-in factory worker. It must be hard work. But maybe this will be enough of a lesson to fix him and make him change his ways.